Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 79 of the Realm Recap. I am Jason from Yakface.com, joined as always with a little bit of technical difficulties, Fly Guy from FlyGuy.net.
Good evening, sir. Yes, everything's been stopping us this evening. Storms, hangouts, who knows what's been going on. But
No,
we're here. So there we go. Number 79. Woo!
79. I was thinking about that earlier. We've done more shows than there are days left until episode 7 comes out.
Woohoo! There you go.
So that's kind of weird. But anyway, we're going to cover a bunch of stuff on this week's show. Obviously, a lot of it ties to some announcements and toy goodies that were shown off at New York Comic Con. We'll touch on some pre-order stuff, some store report type things, and there's been some Rebels announcements and Disney Infinities and all that kind of good stuff.
Tons of stuff.
But we will start, as always, with the Hasbro portion, and a lot of this has to do, like I said, with the New York Comic Con reveals and their party that they had prior to the whole event. So big news out of that was the reveal of some new 6-inch figures. Han Solo.
Today is going well.
Where are you?
Our notes here a little behind. My apologies. We were on Yakface.com. I think since you posted something else, that's why it's moved on. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, if you might have to scroll down a little bit on my Facebook wall there for Yakface.com. What I did, since I wasn't present at New York Comic Con, I kind of regurgitated a lot of Star Wars Action News articles that they were posting, because Arnie was really on top of getting pictures and descriptions and everything up on their feed. So I was piggybacking on their coverage and making sure, obviously I was crediting them and sharing their posts and whatnot. But there was a lot of cool things that were revealed that day. I think they started off with the 6-inch Han Solo.
That's right. I'm just looking back for some of the photographs. There's a lot of stuff there from the Star Wars Action News team. So live from the show, they were giving us reports there. I don't know why Facebook has decided now to not show the images, but they had some great coverage. They had some really, really good coverage from the show itself.
Kind of how far it goes back, but like the main one was the Han Solo that we had not seen yet.
That's right. Which was, again, a surprise, I think, in some ways, because not seeing anything else other than Han was a bit of a shock. So let me see whether I can open up another link there. We'll share this with other people. Of course, if you're watching the show afterwards, you can catch up. You can go and have a look at the exact links of it. But
I could share mine as well. I've got it up right here.
Go for it.
This was the big reveal. This is kind of like the glamour shot that Hasbro released of the 6-inch Han Solo. One of the best sculpts, I think, that has ever been done of probably a Harrison Ford action figure.
I agree. It's pretty cool. Very cool indeed. They managed to get the facial sculpt just right on the money.
Right.
Yet again, I think we've discussed this before, this is the glam shot. So let's hope that translates well.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were talking about, why this looks so good, because, a lot of it has to do with the 3D scanning technology that's now available versus, some of the old, hand sculpted techniques.
That's true.
That's deal with. The likenesses have always fluctuated quite a bit with Han Solo and, any other human actor. It seems like, they do really well on the helmeted type of figures, but when it comes to capturing actor likenesses, they're not always the greatest. But ever since they kind of allowed they partnered anyway with Gentle Giant to do some of their 3D work with their sculpting, the sculpts have looked so close to the actors now.
I think you're right, and I think the problem seems to be, particularly with Poe Dameron and even Rey, it's not so much the sculpt, it's the paint application that kind of detracts from it a little bit. And as we've seen, a little bit of paint on Poe Dameron can improve the figure massively. So
yeah,
because we've seen Hasbro's design sketches for this. Steve, the design director's kind of screenshots in that Forbes interview a few weeks ago. So they clearly have got the designs spot on, but yeah, paint might be the issue that's tripping them up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna share my screen here again quick once I find.
It was a busy week for images, so there was a lot of stuff.
There's so much stuff that was coming out that day.
We had Asty, we had, I mean, there was a ton of photographs from everywhere. Loads of different sites were really at Star Wars Underworld, but certainly, you're right, Star Wars Action News was doing a great job of the coverage on the event, live and up to the minute. You and I were both tweeting that back out and sharing it out there. But and then Hasbro followed up with these official images. But yeah, that's the images that Star Wars Action News shared.
Yep. So here's one of them, the 6-inch First Order Snowtrooper. This one is different than the one that's now hitting stores from Toys R Us. This is just the plain one. It's not the officer. It doesn't have the pauldron. But that's coming up in a future wave of the 6-inch assortment. Let me quick check to see who else comes in that wave. I've got a list quick handy here.
I've got a little gallery here if that helps. I took all the, see if that helps a little better. This was all the images that Star Wars Action News took there. So,
yes,
pretty much.
Screens here. There we go. Got yours up there. Yeah, there was quite a bit of images that they had posted. There was the Asty 6-inch figure. Again, that's a great
Beastie Boys guy. Yeah, that was pretty good. So again, there's the close-up. Look at the design work on that. I mean, it's
so much detail.
I know. All the kind of intricate points they're talking about, all the color, the Pantone references. I mean, it was a great shot yet again. Star Wars Action News took this right at the event, and it's a beaut. So yeah. And so far, the reviews and comments I've seen of people getting this figure in hand have said it's fantastic, even in a 3.75-inch scale. So looks good.
Yep.
Looks good indeed.
What else was there? There was a shot of Hux, General Hux from
again,
Force
looking
Awakens.
very good as well. Very good likeness too. Spot on.
Yeah.
We had
Trooper.
That's right, with the movable helmet as well. So the visor, or part of the visor, moves up and down.
Yeah, I think it actually comes down around his chin, and that part flips up.
So it does. Yeah, that's right. Different components there.
Design.
It's got that. It looks to be part of that same blaster that Finn has, that large kind of protruding part at the end and kind of some tipped dome on it. But yeah, I love seeing these shots. We've talked about this before. I mean, it shows the love and the work there against that trooper. Just all the little intricate details they have. Sadly, some of the paint I've seen hasn't quite translated, but still the love is there. That's for sure. That so we're continually improving all the time. There's a color shot of that trooper we just talked about. That looks great. Love that color on that helmet.
That visor's cool.
That is very nice indeed.
What else was in there? Couple 3D shots of the not exclusive, but the Fans Choice. Darth
Revan looking very good as well. Going to be one of these figures that looks great and really won't move a lot because this gigantic skirt is just going to prohibit much movement. But
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they handle that. If it's just a split down the sides, or is there going to be cloth involved?
Lightsaber? I didn't know he came with purple and red. Never mind. So yeah, and there was another photograph, just a little bit of a close-up. So again, look at all that work, that design work that they put into that. So they've poured a lot of love into it. Let's hope the paint can keep up its end of the bargain. But yeah, there was a bunch of stuff, and some of the other ones that were revealed were a bit of a surprise. To finally, I mean, we saw Sabine. That's another fan's choice we should talk about as well.
Yeah, that looks really good.
It really does. Absolutely stunning. Even Google Plus here is saying, is this a face?
Yeah.
So it's that good. Software's picking up on it. So yeah, but she looks fantastic. A little shot of the helmet at the back as well. So removable helmet. So fantastic. But
yeah, it'll be interesting for that to see if it's actually a removable helmet or if it's going to be a switch out helmet.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. We never actually saw that. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, probably would be. Actually, that would make more sense to have a swap out head.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, we had the Han Solo Stormtrooper, Luke Stormtrooper. It could be, but
They do a lot of that with like their Marvel line with this different switch out heads. I would like to see that kind of come over to the Hasbro line a little bit more. They're starting to do it a little bit like with the Poe Dameron figure. I don't know if people have seen. It's got the switch out hands that you can. The gloved hands or the regular ungloved hands. Pretty cool option. That's not been done before.
No, it's not. It's not at all. But I think the surprise of the bunch really was buns.
Yeah, Princess Leia
buns. Exactly. So yet again, another great looking facial sculpt. And that should be, I mean, again, I'm presuming she's going to have not soft fabric, but plastic on there. But yeah,
it'll be hard to say since the Luke, the 6-inch Luke coming up from Tatooine has the soft
goods
robe or, kimono.
Well, time will tell. Facial sculpt is good. Good choice of figures, and they're keeping it light. They're keeping it lean on the ground. But they did say a lot of the stuff had been leaked and spoiled, and obviously these two figure Hurks and Asty and the Resistance Trooper had kind of leaked out ahead of things, so it kind of spoiled it for Hasbro. So hence why people were saying, "Is this all it was?" When the announcement was hand, but actually there was more. So. And there was the other one we never talked about was the Seventh Sister.
Yeah.
Buffy, a.k.a. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a 3.75-inch figure, but
my bad. So it is.
It's still, I mean, I think it's cool that we're getting that figure, because we're getting the fifth brother Inquisitor.
That's right.
Nice, we're getting the pair.
That's right. There's a few other reveals from Galactic Heroes style stuff, and I guess where we're here, the titanium helmets, that's was one of the other things they discussed at New York Comic Con as well. So they showed a little bit more from the initial 4 they had.
Vader, Stormtrooper, TIE Pilot, and the other Poe Dameron helmet.
Yeah.
The regular one.
Nice little removable aspect to the Darth Vader helmet too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very impressed with these. So yeah, there was plenty of good reveals from New York Comic Con. It was surprisingly quite a lot, really, I think.
Yeah, I think they had a lot to show off. It was entertaining for once. The past few shows, they've always had they've had to hold back a lot of things because of Force Friday, and the movie still isn't out yet, so they have a lot to keep under wraps yet. But come Toy Fair, there's going to be a ton more merchandise that we're going to be able to see finally.
Sure, without a doubt. Plenty more to come.
Let's see what else. This one was from Sir Steve's Guide. They had posted a Q&A, and within their Q&A, they posted an actual mock-up of the Seventh Sister. If you scroll down a little bit in their article, you can see a little shot there of the prototype sculpt.
With the cool little...
the mimic
droids. Yeah, that looks fantastic.
And they confirmed, too, that she's going to have a removable faceplate that covers up her alien face. I don't want to say human face because she's not human. But that's cool that they went that route as well. I mean...
Well, it was nice timing as well with Rebels to announce something as well that tied right in smack bang with Sarah Michelle Gellar being announced and the whole Season 2 trailer. So, yeah, it was all coordinated quite well. And, it just adds a punch when they do that. So... 3.75, looking good.
Yep.
Nice to see Sir Steve's Guide back again, doing some stuff.
Yep. There were a few different Hasbro Q&As that kind of took place over the course of the weekend. You could schedule a few times. We posted a link. I'll add it to the show notes here in a bit. But Jedi Temple Archives had posted their rundown with them, as well as Imperial Shipyards and Sir Steve's Guide and a few other sites. So we'll try to get links to those directly. If not, you can go to the Yakface.com main page, and the article that those links are in involves the vintage collection rumors that have been out there, and Hasbro did confirm, or at least they're stating so far that the rumor of that line returning is not true. So maybe it'll be called something else, but look exactly the same. It's just maybe they're
bizarre.
Yeah.
Changing lanes again. All right.
What else? That was kind of the main bulk of the goodies. There were a few other things. We talked about. There was some MicroMachines stuff. They revealed a couple Hero series. We won't share those images quick, but there was a big one of the 12-inch soap bottle figure, shampoo bottle figures of the Rey, as well as a really cool BB-8 that's coming out that has some attachments, a couple arms that attach to the sides with some electricity effects, something of that sort.
I think I've got a little picture here. We can get a look, because it's kind of interesting. What I'm guessing is a creative license that Hasbro have taken with BB, or maybe no, we don't know.
I don't think so. I think we'll see him in action in that way.
So we can just see a little thumbnail there, but we'll get to that picture in just a sec. So these are the official glam shots. But as you said, I mean, this is a large BB-8. So we're going to be, once this loads, it's going to be at least, I don't know,
5-6 inches tall, probably.
5-6 inches tall, yeah. So it's going to be
4 or 5 inches tall.
Exactly. There we go. There's a BB-8. So yeah, I mean, he's super popular. So these weird little attachments, I guess, plug into the side of him, and I'm sure we'll get to see him in action like this. But yeah, that makes it very collectible, I think, in that scale. Because I mean, again, there is no articulation really to talk of. So
yeah, just the little head that
moves. So
rolls around.
But yeah, plenty of nice little shots that Hasbro PR shared with us, and there's all the figures we talked about. And again, just check the show notes for links to all the photographs. TIE Pilot was another one we never mentioned there, and the little MicroMachines too.
Yeah.
And that's a giant 12-inch ring,
right.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's huge. And more titaniums, or MicroMachines, I should say. So
yeah, a couple. I think they're showing at least 3 waves there, or 3 assortments.
E-wing, Republic gunship. What is that? This was a weird one, I think.
It's the
I guess
Jakku speeder.
Here we go. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, it was a fair amount of stuff that was shared. It was pretty extensive. I didn't think we would get as much. So yeah. Impressed.
Let's see. Next item here, the Snowtrooper that's been, kind of going off and on as far as being able to order from the Toys R Us website. That's started to hit stores already. I think people are a little bit surprised. I think that it's coming out already, but it's maybe a couple weeks early. I think they gave an estimated date of October 22nd that it was going to be available online. I know I placed an order last week when they went back up for pre-order, and I got a shipping notification today that my 2 shipped.
Me too.
And a lot of people have been able to place orders for direct store pickup. So you just, if your store in your area has them, you could just order them through the website, and it'll be ready for you like in an hour. I think that's what the website said. So,
and I think the UK guys got this, if I recall correctly, they got this 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think they were getting this turning up. Yep. So the UK, at least, and the US at least, seem to be getting these in numbers, but whether it's going to appear in European and Australian, etc., we just don't know.
Yeah, there's also a little bit interesting. There's a couple different versions of the Snowtrooper Officer coming out. That some of them have the silver foil Toys R Us exclusive sticker on it, and some don't.
Exactly.
For you variation packaging collectors, that's probably might hold some interest. It doesn't really. I prefer it without, but I'm not going to pass it if it does or doesn't have it if I were to see one in stores. So it's just something to be on the lookout for. It is exclusive to Toys R Us. So if yours doesn't have the sticker, it's supposed to, I would guess.
But I think, it's probably important to point out to everybody as well, the pauldron is the only difference to the forthcoming release that we know of. So it's just an orange removable pauldron. It's
yep.
That's it. So if you really can't get it and you're kind of going crazy about it, really, if you can live without the pauldron, you should get another chance at getting one. So, but hopefully this will come out in time. So yeah.
Let's see what else. There was last week a couple exclusives popped up on the Toys R Us UK website. These are what I kind of got confirmation from Adam Paulus from Galactic Hunter and Entertainment Earth. he said that these are exclusive to Toys R Us and will be exclusive here, probably. Slightly different than previous armor up sets, as these include 2 different outfits that you could snap onto him.
I don't know whether the price has gone up, or this is the Toys R Us price, but the Walmart price was $12.99. So I don't think the price has gone up.
Yeah, I think I would bet that since these are going to be exclusive to Toys R Us, that there is a little bit of a price bump, and more plastic is involved, so more price is going to be involved as well, I would guess. Because even though it doesn't look like, Hasbro did kind of touch on this at New York Comic Con. People asked, why does the Armor Up line cost more, like $5 more than the Build a Weapon line, even though it comes with a similar amount of plastic parts? And basically they explain that there's more casting and painting involved in some of these Armor Up pieces. I mean, there's quite a bit of stuff going on with those snap over armor bits.
Oh, there is. I mean, you can,
as compared to like some of the Build a Weapon things that might just be a single cast piece and paint. So,
well, no, without a doubt, it's just an unusual choice. I guess it's something new for them to try, or maybe it's not really new. I'm sure there's been some iteration. I mean, we've had way back in the day Han Solo with crowd control, whatever it was, that huge thing that went over him, and the stormtrooper. I think it was a stormtrooper as well, but it's almost kind of Endorish jungle and snow or Hoth there. That's a Hoth rebel soldier, really, basically.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way. But what's also interesting about the Poe Dameron set is the figure itself is the one that's exclusive to the Poe Dameron X-Wing. But it doesn't include his X-Wing helmet. So if you wanted just the X-Wing version of him, you could buy it in the set. You just won't have the helmet.
Oh, man. Well, maybe it's just no. That's it. That's all you get in the box. I was going to say maybe it's not showing, but no, that'll be it.
Yeah.
So.
And then there was one more that was shown as well. There is a Captain Phasma mission series or mission pack, I guess, armor up pack. Essentially the same figure, but it has a little bit of deco on the boots.
Oh, so it does. That's right. That's got kind of white booties.
Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be weathering or, she's, switching up her outfit a little bit and putting some white boots on over her silver. I don't know. It kind of looks like it'd be weathering to me, but again, two alternate switch out things. I guess you can't wear her cape with that, but
yeah, Hasbro seemed to be definitely on the masher kind of way of mashing up things and letting kids, stick bits together. So there's the box art there as well.
The packaging's pretty attractive again.
It is.
It's got that Epic Battles logo on it, which is indicative of all of Toys R Us exclusive merchandise. So
very bizarre Kylo Ren as usual. Well, given the popularity of Phasma, it's probably going to be the one that will shift well, I would imagine. But
I need it.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. I need both.
Okay. I mean, I'm all for Phasma. I can't do this. Never mind. Hey, it's good. Each their own. Everybody likes something different, which is always fun. Cool.
What else? I ran across this at Toys R Us last week. It's like a mega set. It's called the Ultimate Battle set of Ultimate Saga Battles, I think is what it's called, of MicroMachines. It includes 48 MicroMachines, 16 of which are exclusive to this pack.
Yeah, I saw this too. This is mammoth. It's absolutely huge.
And it comes with the mammoth price at $60.
I know. It's crazy. But you get a free battle mat, Jason, so,
well.
Woohoo! So, that's a lot of money for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I smell a TG Maxx Ross Dress for Less toy clearance department in time to come.
I don't know. Maybe.
But
there are a lot of cool, surprising vehicles and figures in there. Stuff like they have some episode 1 vehicles, 2. They've got some EU stuff in there, like that TIE. What is that called? TIE
Defender or something?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think I snapped another shot of the back showing.
Oh, yeah.
And the figures, there are a bunch of exclusive Force Awakens minifigures in there. There's a Yoda in there.
Oh, BB-8, Phasma, Stormtrooper. Wow, they're tiny. The figures just really are so small, and they remind me of the Marvel Legends Ant-Man figure recently. So you've got a big mat there. I guess you can place the. I don't quite know what you're going to do, but I guess you're going to play them on there, and you're going to go pew 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 and stuff.
Yeah.
So
TIE Phantom is what that one was called.
TIE Phantom. Okay, thank you.
Kind of cool. Kind of an interceptor looking thing.
Either nothing's to scale here, or that snowspeeder is the biggest snowspeeder ever. So yeah, definitely things are not in scale. That's for sure. Yeah, look, it's a value pack. If that's your thing and MicroMachines is your thing, you're going to be supercharged about that. But
yeah, MicroMachines were super huge when when Star Wars came back in the 90s. You know, there was just a ton of different product, and I think this is really attractive from a nostalgic standpoint because there were a lot of big Micro Machine type sets like this, and I think this when I posted this, it was really super popular across Facebook and social media. That
for sure,
with a lot of, I would say, the Micro Machine fans and collectors. So
definitely.
Oh, what else? Couple store reports here. The General Hux wave of Force Awakens build-a-weapon figures have been found at Target. Caught a report of that.
Let's take a little second to bring that up there. Nope, that's going back to MicroMachines. Oh dear, what are we doing tonight?
Oops, I must have got the wrong post in there. I could find it here quick.
No worries.
Let's see.
So you saw this yourself?
No, I didn't see the Hux wave. I have a couple of them from that wave, but I don't have it in hand yet. Here, let me share my screen here quickly. Share. Okay. Yeah. Justin Chewy from the site and the forums had found a few of these figures. Let me hop into the forums here quick. General Hux, the Guavian Enforcer, Goss Tours, and PZ4CO were found in Target.
Nice.
It's nice to get some new figures showing up there.
It is a very kind of strange bit of distribution that's going on particularly in the US, and I guess overseas as well. Things are just turning up all over the place. There seems to be no rhyme and reason as to where they're coming. It's just as soon as people can get them, or stores can get them out, or places can get them out, they'll do so. So
yeah, it seems like because there are two different assortments. There's the space and jungle and the snow and desert assortments. It seems like waves are getting skipped, but they're actually just wave one and wave two of the same assortment, or the same jungle and space getting reordered, but they're getting sent wave two of that line. So it seems like they're missing out on figures or haven't received some yet. It's just how the assortments have shipped.
Yeah. I know a lot of people who still haven't even seen wave one of the Black Series 6-inch, and yet, some people are on wave three. It's kind of crazy. But yeah.
Let's see what else. This was an article that popped up today. Star Wars Figure-In, the German site, had posted a new shot of the Walmart exclusive 6-inch Darth Vader that's coming out, the Emperor's Wrath version.
So we got that's the older Singing in the Rain one, and then there was this one today, which shows a little bit more of his skull, almost a kind of blue. We can see a little bit more of the skullish kind of look behind, but certainly looks more impressive than the first shot, I think, straight on. Because we had a bit of his head was very down there, and that just did no justice, unfortunately. But it's a little meaner, a bit more aggressive, and works a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just very surprised it's just the head. There's no, we had before in 3.75 inches a piece of blue plastic.
Yeah.
Came down across the shoulders, or
that would be cool for this line.
Just and didn't he have an arm lost at that point?
Yeah. they did. I mean, when the initial press release came out that day on Force Friday, there was a little blurb that's basically described the scene and the features of the figure, and it did confirm or state in it that he does have a removable hand.
Which would make sense with the image on the front of the box.
Right.
Where a steaming hand is missing. So
yeah, we just don't know what it looks like with the hand off. Is it just a stump with a peg hole, or is it actually got some wires sticking out?
Yeah.
Because they did that back during the Power of the Jedi line,
That's
3
right.
3/4 inch.
So that'll look a little better, I think, if you get that hand off as well. Because again, these images are just, he's just so happy and
I know.
skipping away there. That's just the worst.
I might need to Photoshop something with that.
Well, that kind of there was a little umbrella on top of that.
Yeah.
It is Singing in the Rain, but yeah, that's. I suspect there's a good figure in here. It's hard to get the right shots of it, but I'm sure customizers will be all over that one.
Oh yeah, I read about that quite a bit today. Where because this helmet is one piece, and there were some complaints about the 2-piece version that came out before in the Black Series line, that people would take this head, repaint it solid black or gloss black, and then this would be their Vader helmet for it.
Wow.
So they would have a couple different versions, using this transparent head as a base. That's kind of a cool idea.
Wow, that's pretty cool, actually.
So those figures will be shipping after the movie launches. Stephen, what's his name? Stephen Ann?
Stephen Ann, yep. Stephen G. Ann.
He had posted on Twitter not too long, I guess back on September 4th, that these would be shipping in full shipper assortments after December 18th.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Got a little while to wait yet for that. Let's see. That wraps up Hasbro goodies. What do we have next?
Good week for Hasbro.
Yeah.
Sideshow, I think, is next.
Sideshow, yep. They back in August, they previewed their Snowtrooper, their AT-AT driver 6-scale figure. And
which I think we got that image back then. That was the teaser we got, but there was another image they shared in the email.
Yeah.
They don't share here.
Right. And I think a lot of people thought it was a new announcement because I don't know, for reasons. But anyway, this is I would guess this is going to go up for pre-order this week. Yeah,
it would make sense. So yeah, we did have another. I shared it was the one I picked up from email that I thought, oh, that's a new image. They haven't shared that one. But this one, this has. You're right. This had came out a long time ago. Forgot about that. Well, another figure.
This is not a Hot Toys figure. This is one of Sideshow's pieces. So a little bit of a cost break there if you're watching your pre-orders and whatnot.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I think we're looking at previous figures. I don't know, maybe between 180 and 229, something like that is probably going to be the
norm,
the price point. I'm sure they'll have some exclusives or some kind of display based or some kind of exclusive. They often tend to do that. So
yeah. Well, let's see what else. They also released final production images of their premium format Boba Fett.
Damn, these look good.
Pretty awesome.
Oh my god, yeah, premium format stuff is pretty gorgeous. And real Wookiee braids. Well, not real Wookiee, you know what I mean. Yeah. I love this kind of angled. Everybody seems to be, we talked about this before, everybody seems to be posing on some angled stance or some kind of stand that they have, which really looks like a weather vane from Bespin Upside Down.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very nice indeed. So I love the elements that they have there, the mixture between cloth and I guess the material they use to make the actual
like the polystone
statue itself. Yeah, the polystone, and but beautifully painted. Obviously a larger price point, but they look beautiful. They look beautiful.
Is that like in the 470 price range?
I think they normally are, around the 500, kind of just under $500. That's not
right.
Yeah, does it give you a price there? We'll click through and we'll just get a confirmation what that price was. They've broken it down that you can pay about $99 a month, or $439.99 is the price. But there's only 2,500 being made, so you certainly will get a premium piece. So, no pun intended.
Yeah. Speaking of Boba Fett, there was a reveal at a recent show of Medicom's upcoming MAFEX Boba Fett. I had caught this on Twitter.
Yeah, me too. Very yellow coloring on. Maybe it's just the photography there, but very strongly, differently colored, almost very kind of muted colors in some places on them.
I like the muted.
Yeah, I like it. I like it too. I like it too. It's very nice indeed. And that's the Vader I think we've seen before with the crazy cape, isn't it? The articulated cape.
No, that's a different figure.
It's a different one.
This is the MAFEX one. Because is that the Voltec one that has the crazy cape?
I think it may be. I'm lost. There's so Bandai and Tamashii. Oh my good God, there's tons of them.
Yeah.
But another Boba. If you can't stomach the 400 and whatever odd premium format, get yourself something that looks really, really good actually at that scale.
Yeah. 6-inch scale.
Yeah, it's nice. No kind of Voltec articulation looking joints. It looks very nice. Looks very nice. We shall keep you updated as time goes on.
Sounds good. And then today was the official release date for at the Disney Store for the Elite series Anakin Skywalker from Episode 2.
That didn't get quite the rush that Phasma and Maul and others did.
Oh, I totally forgot that it was coming out until this afternoon. I saw this posted over on StarWarsCollector.com that this had come out today. It's like when I posted it on Facebook and Twitter, just people were like, and crickets, there's like no big rush to try to pick this one up because Disney Store is doing this lottery thing for figures.
That's right.
I don't think there was much fighting over trying to get this figure for some reason.
No, but not a bad looking figure, not a bad looking sculpt.
No. I mean, it's a nice looking figure. I could probably do without his pink lipstick.
This is true. And kind of weirdly flecked hair, but well, the lightsaber's not bent. You always get that problem with such thin, fragile items, and they've got it placed well in the box. The packaging looks great. The figures don't look bad at all, but
presentation is really good for this line.
Yeah, it is.
So
I think if the Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if Arnie actually on Star Wars Action News, the latest episode of Star Wars Action News, which if you're watching, you get a chance to watch. Good point they raised was, I think it was Marjorie actually, who said that it's a shame they didn't come out with little plugs for the screw holes at the back, for instance, on the Stormtrooper, which would have just kind of finished it off. Maybe the coloring might have been off, but ultimately would have just made it really a truly flawless figure. So.
Right.
Anyhow,
so if you missed getting to the mall today, that's where most of the Disney stores are here in the U.S. If you don't get to the parks, it is available online tomorrow. If you want that figure. Let's see. Moving on to some other things here. There was a Lego set leak yesterday, I think, or over the weekend.
That's right. I hope we got the right link here. Sorry, we're just trying to open links at the same time. Nope, that's not right. Bear with me. Yeah, Star Wars 7 was the news. My friend Stud Shooter shared this as well. That's actually the first place I saw it. But we'll see if we can get this link to load here. So, yeah, brand new sets have leaked out. They're kind of low resolution. We'll get to view them in just a second.
Yeah.
Again, if you're watching this, you'll see it in the show notes. But there's the set. So they are a little low res, but carbon freezing chamber, or a quarter of one.
Part of it.
So yeah, Lego seems to
fighter.
What's that?
It's another Jedi Starfighter.
I know. So we'll start from the bottom and work up. We seem to get a new ship here from The Force Awakens. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. It's a little grainy. But if you bear with us, we can maybe look at it. No, it's really not. It's even smaller. So, yeah, the Lego is not much bigger. So the images are a little small, but we do get another ship there from the Force Awakens, a kind of B-wing, I guess.
Kind of. I can't remember the name of the ship.
Well, that appears to be from the. It
Yeah.
appears to be from the Force Awakens anyway. So a couple of Resistance troopers, looks like Akbar or some.
Yep.
Mon Calamari. Flick missiles, of course, but cool looking little vehicle. Not quite sure why we're getting another spider droid, because we just got one not that long ago. And really, those battle droids, I mean, they're really weak sailors. There's another Kashyyyk trooper, I think it is, which again we've had in a battle pack. A Yoda, which we've had before. So that's a very unusual one to have. Maybe it sold well. I don't know. Maybe it sold well. This was a nice set. Yeah, a nice companion piece to the one which came before with Sabine and Ezra. Great little chunky speeders. Very reminiscent of, if you remember, way back, Shadows of the Empire had a swoop rider back in the day, and it just reminds me of that. But huge, big, chunky containers. That episode, the pilot, the debut episode, I believe. But that'll be very popular. Another chance to get the ATDP driver or ATDP commander maybe in there.
Right.
But don't know if you noticed, but everybody has stands.
Yeah,
basically,
I was just going to mention that.
Little upside down radar dishes, which is kind of weird. But I guess what that allows it to do is dynamic poses on the legs.
Yeah. Good idea.
It'd be nicer if we get clear ones, I think. But
yeah,
ultimately, it's just unusual after all these years. Suddenly now they're doing it. Very strange.
I'm going to get that set for sure, just for the Kanan, because I have, you couldn't get him in anything other.
It was hard to get
the larger
the
set.
Wookiee gunship, wasn't it?
Yeah, Wookiee gunship or the Ghost.
Yeah, Hoth seems to be one that never ends, and people want to army build. And this is another what looks like a chance to get the Han Solo brown or blue / whatever you want to go for. We don't quite know what that is. Polybag version, I think. Snowtroopers probably re-released again with some minute difference, which seems to be every time. We seem to have a different probe droid yet again. We seem to have 5 of those in the past 5 years. But it's a nice little small price. All these are kind of small priced sets, really, apart from the Homan droid.
Yeah. Yes. Kind of like those, $30 sets, maybe.
And this seems incredibly unusual. I guess it's to keep prices down. But this will sell like hotcakes. Just if only for Fett and Han and the Carbonite and an Ugnaught the very first time we've had that.
Yeah.
But this, I undoubtedly think, people will just buy another 2 sets to just kind of make the other 2/3 of this and have a full carbon freezing chamber. Or maybe we'll get another set with other characters in time. I don't know. A la Jabba's Palace, and that would be nice. But this will sell like hotcakes. And wow, we've had a lot of Jedi Starfighters, man. But here comes another one. So I think the difference seems to be here. We've got a printed little comm piece on Obi-Wan's face, which I don't recall us having. I think we had that before in Anakin, but never on Obi-Wan. And it's been a long time, if any, that we've ever had a red Obi-Wan Starfighter.
No, we just had the yellow one with the Anakin.
Just the yellow one. We had several iterations of it, I think. Well, that was his blue Starfighter. That's what it was.
Yep.
But another popular one, this will be a battle pack. By the looks of it, 4 little troopers. Shock Trooper with an unusual stand or base.
Yeah, this is from Star Wars Battlefront.
So it is. So it is. Little jet thruster troopers on there too, which I think is almost kind of taken as well from the Star Tours sequence. Remember that? The figures they brought out at one point? And a little vehicle, sidekick vehicle. And finally, the top one is that Cad Bane down there, I guess?
I don't know. I think this is another. I don't know if this is
I have a name for it up here, I think, which is Rebel Battle Pack. Okay, so it's a Rebel Battle Pack, maybe from the Force Awakens, maybe.
Yeah, or it could be. It could be another Battlefront.
Could be. Yes, could be. That's a good point. Actually, could well be that. That would make much more sense because we've got Rebel Battle Pack, Empire Battle Pack. Yes, that's what it'll be. It'll be a Battlefront pack. So well done, sir. It's a nice, good little way to get 4 very unusual, unique minifigures. Both those battle packs will probably be big hits. So So yeah, I don't think Lego will be too happy about people sharing these images. They're normally not chuffed about it, but there you go. So new Lego, lots of fun.
Let's see. Right before New York Comic Con, MTV News got the official exclusive reveal of 4 new Jakks Pacific big figures coming.
The Snowtrooper looks awesome. I have to say, that's the first figure that I'm like, wow, that does look good. So, but he looks good everywhere in pop and yeah.
Yep.
Wow, even that does look good.
Yeah,
wow.
the First Order TIE Pilot Elite, and then the regular version without the red stripes.
Well, I was ready to poo-poo then, thinking, oh, here we go, shampoo bottles. But damn, they do look smart. Yeah. They do look smart.
So these are the 20-inch size ones, or 18, whatever that scale is.
I now see the appeal. Still don't want them, but at $20, that's not bad. They look great, actually. Lots of good detail on them.
Yeah. And the last one is Finn, or the first one on the page.
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
In his ubiquitous gear that all of his action figures are him in this outfit.
I know it seems to be in this outfit, yeah. We still haven't did anything with him in a Stormtrooper outfit. I'm really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
You thought that would have been one of the first figures out the door. A nice, easy one for them to do, but
right.
I guess they're saving that for later.
So there's those.
Very cool.
Kotobukiya on Facebook, we talked about it in our last show. They teased their reveal of their Captain Phasma Artifacts Plus statue figure. They now took the full reveal off that and posted a bunch of images to their Facebook page.
They did. This was gorgeous. This is just loading here. But I think a lot of people, certainly when I saw this on pages and other sites, people get very confused at first thinking this was the SH Figure Arts or some other posable figure, but because everybody wants a Phasma that's articulated, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But still looks beautiful. We'll just try and get a larger image. There we go. Now this probably being Kotobukiya will have some swappable aspect to it.
Yeah, the arms are swap out.
Arms are swap out. Okay, so it holds it in a different pose, I'm guessing, maybe? Yeah. Or look at that cape. That's beautiful.
It's almost like a crushed velvet kind of a deal.
It is. Yeah, it is. Very dramatic. So, oh, there we go. Beautiful.
Nice. I pre-ordered it.
Did you? You've got a few pieces of Kotobukiya, haven't you?
Mostly the Bijoju statues, the Mara Gade and the Jaina Solo. I have those two. I think that's it for that line. But this is maybe I'm collecting just the female figures from Kotobukiya for some reason. They do it well though. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they do. They do it well. I think removing all the articulation allows you just to be much more flexible. You can really add detail and attention to it. So,
right.
Makes sense.
Well, let's see what else. We had talked about this again on our last show, but more boards have been revealed from Santa Cruz in regards to their Force Awakens line.
Yeah, you did a good job of sharing these this week, and they look great.
Yeah, really the first one that we talked about was this cool First Order Stormtrooper deck. I want these. I want these. A cool Rey with BB-8 and Rey on her speeder there on the bottom, as well as a Poe Dameron deck with some cool X-Wings.
I know.
And there was another one revealed today. I can share quickly. Just 1 second. I think I took a screenshot of it. Just 1 sec, I'll find it. But you could go ahead and share your next story while I'm trying to find this mess.
Well, I was just going to say, I think I retweeted you today as well. I think it was because it was a very nice looking Santa Cruz board. So
yeah, it was the Kylo Ren deck.
Oh, there we go. Yep, I retweeted you earlier on. So there we go. That's pretty sweet. That's a weird looking board though. What the hell's going on there? Is that just the graphic? Just the graphic.
Yeah. I assume it'll show his helmet at the bottom of the deck. They'll reveal that tomorrow, I think.
That's nice. Yeah, the artwork that they're producing, very kind of nice, twisted kind of forest going on there. Yep, beautiful. Very nice art indeed. Yep.
A couple more things here for manufacturers and whatnot. There was I was sent this last week. Subway is going to be having a promo for The Force Awakens starting November 1st, where there are like 8 different tote bags that you can collect, and they each include a little mini glow-in-the-dark lightsaber light stick thing.
Very cool indeed. Yep. These are very small bags. I think we discussed on the Wolf Pack. They're tiny little things. Literally, your sandwich can go in there. That's it. But artwork's gorgeous. It's very nice.
Yeah. Subway's been partnering with Disney for a while. The past few movies, or big movies anyway, like the Marvel and Frozen and stuff like that. So it's not too surprising that they would partner with Disney again for The Force Awakens. I'm not sure if there's going to be any other, fast food tie-ins, like McDonald's or anything like that, but they might try to keep it on the healthy side. I don't know.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
What else? One more show note there for the other category.
This one we're talking about. Yep. So we talked again about this on the Wolfpack, the show Jason and I are normally on every Friday, led by Cody. But this was something I posted, just some great work. Skeleton Astronaut was the person who made this. I'll try and open the Instagram link. We can get a closer look. Ultimately, what they've done there is taken a 5 POE figure and placed it on a pretty good-looking vintage style car park. Yes, I know I'm a vintage crazy person, but it just, to me, looks visually more A, consistent, and B, what we really need to get. But again, I'm the older demographic, much older, and I guess they want to grab a younger audience. But Brandon McCree was the person who shared it, but ultimately I think it was created by this person who scaled as an astronaut. So
that's great.
It's, man, there's been a few others. Apparently he mentioned his Flickr gallery. I'll try and get a link for next week's show and we'll share some more. Has done some others for the other figures, Poe Dameron and a few others. But yeah, just I'd have bought the lot. You'd have had me hook, line, and sinker, Hasbro, and I think many hundreds of thousands of others, I think, would have suddenly awoken and snapped these up. But hey ho, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, so. It's very cool. Let's see what else. Moving on to TV, movie, book, and game news. Today there was an announcement for Disney Infinity 3.0 that there's going to be a well, we've kind of known that there was going to be a Force Awakens tie-in, but they revealed the figures and a set for that. Pretty cool looking figures. I'm totally going to get them.
Yeah, you should. These were just waiting for that to load, but yeah, these are very addictive. These are very addictive indeed. What's going on here?
Might have to X that window.
There you go. So Finn and Rey, God, they do look good actually, don't they?
Yeah.
Finn looks fantastic there. That's just it's the poses that really just grab it. So so there's no BB-8 in that pack. That's weird.
Yeah, not yet.
It'd be the perfect little third thing in there, just to, because that's a $29.99 price point if I'm right and remember.
Yes, yeah. Some depending on where you shop, it could be in the $30 range. $39.99 I've seen. Toys R Us seems to do a pretty good job at, or Target has a pretty good deal from time to time. Like $29.99 for the sets.
Sure. A couple of people had directed me to, because I'd said I'd seen them in stores and was up for them, and they pointed it and said, well, there's a sale on at Toys R Us, but you had to buy a starter pack,
right,
to then get them at reduced price. So really, no, didn't work out. So but
I'm sharing my screen right now to show off the Kylo Ren
awesome
figure. Very cool style. I like the
oh, that's Disney. Beautiful. I hadn't seen that. Awesome.
Yeah, there's that one. There's the Poe Dameron, which rocks pretty hard.
That does.
It's just I just love the interpretation.
Once they get those troopers, I'm in.
Yeah. There's the Rey figure with her cool staff, and
very nice.
There's Kylo Ren in the package.
Gorgeous. That's beautiful. Now that's how you do a package. That's beautiful.
Yep. So Rey and Finn come together in this playset pack.
That looks like a stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's a little plastic, little. It's part of the whole interactivity of the playset. It sets on some base along with the figures.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's part of the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shot of Poe Dameron carded. That's back to Ahsoka. But yeah, there's a shot of Finn on his own. Very cool.
They are very cool. Very beautifully done.
So those are all up for pre-order now for The Force Awakens. Those will be released on December 18th. So,
nice. Very nice indeed.
Yes, sir. Today was revealed the voice of the fifth brother for Star Wars Rebels. His name is Phil Anthony Rodriguez. To be honest, I had never heard of him before, but he's super prolific as far as what he's been in, as far as TV shows and lending his voice to animated characters and whatnot, and video games. Quite a bit of video game characters he's played. So,
yeah, these guys are really, there's a tight knit circle for voice actors. They tend to kind of one person can do many voices. Stephen Stanton, D. Bradley Baker, all these guys are.
Yeah. So it's cool that we got that reveal this week. The new season of Rebels airs this Wednesday, so get to get back to that show finally.
Exactly. So I think the trailer is next. Is it?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, we got a little look at the trailer. A lot of people were, of course, super stoked about this. What was your thought? What was your take on it?
I think it looks great. There's just so much going on, it appears like, this season, with the different Inquisitors, the return of the clones, the space battles. It looks like it's going to be a great season, a great follow-up to the first season, which was really a good season to start off the whole series.
I'm waiting for, as Blue Jay Guys calls it, Sexy Rexy and crew here to everyone have these burger and sandwich t-shirts that we were talking about here on Gregor. Yeah. Very cool indeed. I felt it was a little, the other trailers had really just packed a punch, and I felt this was a little, I don't know. There was just lots going on here, I guess. Yeah. Not Arabesh, but you mentioned as well there was a Black Sun logo on the helmet at one point, and some regular English numerical characters on there as well. So this character, we believe, is someone who's been in the Clone Wars before. We kind of speculated, but we won't say anymore. But and some Mandalorians make their return, and of course Ahsoka, who is just
looks like she's gonna kick ass this season.
Yeah, she is pretty much, and lots of Sarah Michelle Gellar and seventh sister and fifth brother and twice removed cousin, uncle, and aunt. So the whole family's coming. It's like the Waltons, but Star Wars Rebels.
Star Waltons. Let's see. What else? A couple other things here. Hewlett Packard HP took the wraps off of a Star Wars themed laptop they're offering.
This has been a kind of kick recently. We've had a few things like Android and other, Force Awakens tablets, and now HP's picking up on something as well. A lot of special editions for these things, but it's a beautiful case.
Yeah,
very nice indeed.
Packaging's really cool. It's loaded. This link we'll have in the show notes gives the full specs on the laptop itself, but it seems to be loaded with a lot of extras as far as files and video and imagery for Star Wars, kind of like a whole repository of information.
It's a nice keyboard, backlit keyboard, or red. Maybe it's not backlit actually. It's maybe just the way it is, but beautiful kind of wear and tear on the interior there. That's nice. Very nice indeed. And a custom carry case with an old Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
If they didn't have the graphic at that time, we'll need to get your Arabesh on there, man. Decoding Force Awakens? I don't know. So, that's the same laptop? No,
No,
maybe not.
just a different one. They have a couple
more
different
picture.
articles going on there.
Very nice. 15-inch laptop pavilion, same one I'm using right now. Very cool. Yes, lots of Force Awakens merch everywhere.
There was a rumor that the Force Awakens is going to have a world premiere in in Los Angeles on December 14th. So that's pretty exciting. If you like Star Wars, I guess.
I kind of do a little bit, but the rumors for trailers, you've heard them as well, I think, and they're swirling like crazy around this.
Yeah.
In the next week or two, we seem to be saying so. Yeah, any day now, and we'll all go crazy about a ton of other characters and aliens and troopers and more speculation, and yes, the internet will stop. So yeah, very good.
Couple last things, Star Wars, The Force Awakens related. They're through the AMC Theater app. You could view The Force Awakens as a listing on there, and it shows that it has a PG-13 rating. I think it's been kind of kicked around over the past few weeks. Is it going to be rated PG or PG-13? But the app apparently has it rated at PG-13. I'm not sure if that's official, but that's how they have it listed on their site.
Well, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If it was going to be R-rated, they're going to lose a lot of money. And it's Disney. So I did read the other day that J.J. Abrams had final cut and there was no spats in the editing room. So they, allegedly told us. But it would make sense. It would make sense. I mean, pretty much all the other movies have been of that kind of level. So
yeah, they've all been PG except for Revenge of the Sith, which was PG-13.
PG-13, yeah.
For gore and violence, or melty Anakin.
Well, I think this movie that's The Force Awakens is coming out, we do know, and it's no spoiler because it's in the teaser, and you kind of imply stuff from it. There's flamethrower troopers barbecuing people. Not exactly a child-friendly thing to do, and by the looks of it, Kylo Ren is not a particularly nice man, and maybe chopping people's bits off with his saber. So
let's hope.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
And then, I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
One more thing regarding the AMC app is that it confirms that there is going to be a Star Wars marathon available the day of release, where you can sit down and watch all 6 Star Wars films.
I would love to do that. I don't know whether I have it in me. I don't know about you, but that's a lot of movies. It's a lot of time sitting in your butt. I know. So, what do you think? Are you up for that?
I don't think so. I mean, no. I think it's like, I don't know how much it is, but they've done it for the Marvel Cinematic Universe down through, Iron Man 1 through Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and Hulk, and you go through all of these,
I watched
Arnie tried to do it once and cut it short, but he was in it he was going to do the whole thing, but I don't know if I could sit through. I suppose I could. I mean, twist my arm. I could sit through all 6
things like work and family, and it's a lot of work. But
it'd be a fun experience though to go with a bunch of guys and gals
and experience it. For without a doubt. So
So that wraps up the news portion, which was long and full of info. That brings us to some reviews and new toy acquisition stuffs.
So what did you review any stuff this week? I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I posted a couple new toy guide updates this week. Again, it's nothing new that hasn't been seen before, other than it's the Kylo Ren 3 3/4 inch figure, as well as Captain Phasma. Posted those this week. Also, tomorrow I'll have a new one up, and that will be the Ghost Tours figure.
Oh, excellent. Good.
That'll be up there with a big gallery of photos and all sorts of good stuff in there, info.
Excellent.
I also received and posted via Periscope the other night the Choose Your Light Side promo box.
I haven't watched that yet, but I did see the little thumbnail just before we started the show that you'd done that. So well done.
Yep, I added that to our YouTube page under the Yakking on Periscope playlist, so you could you can watch a few Periscope videos that I've re-uploaded to there, so they're saved. Because after I think it's 48 hours they fall off of Periscope.
Yep.
You can't watch them again. So I've been saving those videos and keeping them to have on a separate playlist on our channel.
Yeah, for sure.
That was it for reviews for me. How about you?
I got a chance to sit down with Mark from Tops, the brand manager there, and we had a mini boring conversation anyway show, and we had a good look at everything Tops, literally. We covered all the Force Awakens cards. We touched a little bit on the app briefly, but also dug into Galactic Connections. We've got a little giveaway as well, so if you watch the show, you can get a winner. Will be picked on the 27th of October, and you can get to win some Galactic Connections packs. It's available just to the US, but I've also kind of given away some little freebie connections and other stuff as well. But we talked a ton of stuff, an hour and 20 minutes on just everything Tops, and Mark was incredibly generous with his time. Told us a lot of stuff. I don't know whether he should have told us everything, actually. So it's if you're into Tops as well with a watch, not from my perspective, but from his, because he shared a ton of information. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming. Force Awakens series 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
Of Tops trading cards. Blue Starfield's making a return. As Marcus said, and he's seen some of the Force Awakens in terms of the cards, and he's seen some of the stuff that's coming. So as hard as I tried to pry at him, he was NDA'd up the wazoo and was saying, nope, nothing. But he did say one thing, and he said, the one thing I can tell you is the Force Awakens is packed with all the feels you'd expect. So I think there's going to be some emotional highs and lows. So
I can't wait.
I know. So yeah, very impressive. So yes, that was me this week.
Good deal. New toy acquisitions. Why don't you start with anything you've received or purchased this week?
I literally, apart from a few pieces there from the Lego Infinity kind of stuff, about a few little packs in there, nothing Star Wars that I can recall of, apart from somebody very kindly sent me that little Hallmark Boba Fett. Thank you, sir. So these are awesome. I'm really impressed with these. Again, we had this conversation last week, but for those that don't know, I'd only seen Hallmark statues in Walmart and thought they were a little crappily painted and chucked together. And last week, you shared your Kylo Ren and was super impressed by it, and was also super impressed by this. This is a phenomenally good Boba Fett. The picture shows in the box is exactly what you get, but it's big. It is that size. It's a good 3 inches tall. So very impressed with Hallmark. Completely looking at them a different way thanks to you. So I appreciate it.
For me, what did I get? Like I said, I got that Choose Your Light Side promo box, which was loaded with Hasbro merchandise. There was a Chewbacca Nerf bowcaster in there. There was one of the larger blade builder sets that includes, like one large lightsaber and then 2 smaller lightsaber daggers and some connecting pieces to connect a bunch of them together. There was a Darth Vader lightsaber in there as well. There was a 6-inch Chewbacca from the Black Series and a Black Series land speeder in there. There's something else. Oh, the Chewbacca mask.
Which is a better mask, I think, as we said, than the one we got. The one we got is tiny. It literally goes to my nose or something. Which
this one is pretty cool. It's, as far as the sounds are really, it sounds really good. I mean, it's right from, all of Chewbacca's utterances and everything. It's really good. We'll be giving away some of those contents through various contests and giveaways on the site. So we haven't officially revealed the details for that yet, but
same for me.
We'll look for that soon. But I do have a giveaway announcement to make. We partnered with Gentle Giant to give away some stuff. We had mentioned this, I think, last week or the week before. They're having a event in November, and they contacted us and they offered to partner up for a giveaway. So we're going to be giving away one of the Jumbo Kenner Yakface figures.
Awesome.
That has it's the Power of the Force version that has the coin.
Nice.
So we'll be giving away that, and in order to win or be eligible to win, you have to answer a trivia question.
Okay.
And this is open to everyone in the continental U.S., no overseas at this time, sorry. And to submit your answer, you'll have to do it tomorrow when we post the official site or the official podcast announcement on Yakface.com. You can just type your answer in the comment section. The first one to get both parts of this trivia question right will win. So the trivia question is, where did I put it? What was the first Gentle Giant minibus ever made, Star Wars minibus made, and what year was it released?
That's pretty easy to
figure out, you think?
I think so. I think you could do a little research.
Yep. So you have until tomorrow, mid-morning here in the Midwest. I don't know, depending on where you live, East Coast, it'll be in the morning still, I think. So we'll get that information to from whoever wins to Gentle Giant, and we'll get that sent out. So
that's an excellent prize.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Make sure you enter, everybody that's watching. Yeah.
And we're going to have the other version, the tri-logo one, is going to be given away as well through a different contest through our forums.
Nice.
There's another trivia question to answer for that one. So we'll post maybe that next week on our show. So
sounds good.
Sounds good.
That's a very cool prize, people. Make sure you enter.
Yep. I have a couple of those myself.
I was going to say, do you have them?
Yeah, I do.
Just to make sure you had it.
I'd like to thank Chris Hilseth from Gentle Giant for contacting us in regards to that contest. It's pretty cool of them to offer that up to our viewers and readers and watchers. So
that's nice. Very nice indeed.
I think that's it.
It is. Apologies everybody for the lateness and some internet problems, but yeah, here we go.
So again, thanks for everyone for sticking with us as we figured out our technical difficulties, and we will be back next week, I believe, with another show full of goodies. I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about once again. So again, thanks for watching and commenting. Everyone, we received a ton of comments throughout the show. There were a few dozen people watching live and a lot of people submitting. So again, thanks for the interaction on YouTube and whatnot, and we'll answer some of those questions probably on the comment section on YouTube. But until our next show, thanks everyone for watching.
See ya.